What's up, guys? Got another cool build to show off. It's a little bit later in the day. The sun's like that direction, so having to turn on a lot of lights in here. But I have to get this sent out tomorrow. I'm going out of town, so don't want to try and force it to do it in the morning. So here we are. Custom one-off version 2 of the F-15 Eagle build. We did this in a blue steel paint, sanded it, and then backside lumed it. It's in a brushed case. It has a blue anodized shark tooth bezel with a gunmetal or titanium colored scandi insert. Shows your hours and your minutes around there. Bead blasted and engraved crown. Here to match our center 12 there. Low profile exhibition caseback, stainless steel movement holder, silver rotor in there. And then we have it on a super nice and comfy Chicago Horween strap with a brushed clasp. And then we have a set of blue PloProf hands in there, so you can see how we are lumed. That is how we are lumed. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It's on there decently tight with that tension ring bezel ring. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit before you go out, just to make sure you do not lose time. How you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking just a little bit. You can then wind. A wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. Versus those, you can do that. I just end up start threading it on. So that mixed with your rotor movement should keep your time throughout the day, but if you sit here and wind it for 10, 15, 20 seconds back and forth, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you'll just pull it to the one and only click, and you can then set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on or anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 6:50 p.m.
6:50 p.m. That should be about right there, right? Guess you just covered that. This is the outer markings are for a for tachymeter. So then when you're done, just push it over, get it out of that time setting and down. Notice I didn't do that. If you ever start winding it down and you see that the hand moves, pull it back out, set your time, and then give it like a tap over and make sure you like get it knocked out. You can go from winding it to setting the time, but you cannot go from setting the time back to winding it. You have to re-engage the clutch by screwing it all the way down. So what you want to do is get it out of that time setting. So sometimes I'll tap it over to make sure like I've shoved it all the way over, and I'm not still advancing the hands when I'm screwing it down. So there is your build, good sir. I hope you love it. I thought it came out pretty freaking awesome. The crown actually being bead blasted goes with your bezel insert nicely. And then your bezel itself goes with your hands really nicely. And then the steel blue that's painted, that over top of silver, it almost doesn't quite look like blue until you really get into the light and you can see it is blue. But then it kind of plays in between those two colors. So everything kind of jives nicely together. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. Entirely up to you how cool you are, if you want to wear those or not. It's going to come in a matching custom one-off F-15 box. It's going to come with some watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Everything here in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. Some leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. Apply it, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. Only use it as needed. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. It's because you've got an acrylic glass, and you can scratch it. But if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it, buff against it, using your included microfiber. Go against the scratch, not with it. Do little circles, and you should have it buffed out in about 15-20 seconds. Should be back to new. So that is your build, sir. Thank you so much for your support, and buying another watch from me. So if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.